Okay. I don't think it's doing anything. 2 points are collinear. This one's not on there. It's worded funny. We decided on sometimes it could be any 2 points are collinear, or sometimes just depends on how you think of the wording. But we decided on sometimes. That one's actually not on there. Which angle is a right angle? I think we did all these already, but we'll still just go over it. You need to know if I press a button, it's going to change that question. It might say on your midterm, which angle is a straight angle? D, right? Which angle is the acute angle? B, and which angle is the obtuse angle? A. So you need to know all those because I'm not sure which test version you will have, but there's going to be 2 different questions. I don't know which one it'll be. Okay. Number 3, it says, I'll zoom in just a little bit. What angle is supplementary to COD? That doesn't mean next to. It doesn't mean across from. It means if I was to put another angle with this angle, which ones would add up to 180? This right here is COD. What's an angle that would make it a straight line? Like if I added a whole nother angle to it. I would say maybe this one, or it could be that big one. So you could list either angle AOC, or you could have put angle EOD, or DOE, or COA, depending on how you worded it. Does everybody understand that? That's what it was looking for? Okay, makes that straight line. Now, name an angle that's vertical to EGH. This one kind of means across from. So again, if I was to shade in EGH, which one's vertical to that? IGF, yeah, FGI. I don't know how they did IGF. So that one was B. Are we okay with this? Yep. There's our first 4. Let's keep going. Supplementary angles are 2 angles who have a sum of 180. Complementary adds up to 90. There we go. All right. Number 6 and 7, we're going to use this diagram. Alternate exterior angles. That means angles that are on the outside that are like on opposite sides, alternate sides. So 2 and 6. 2 and 6 are on alternate sides. Angle 2 and angle 6. You could have put angle 1 and 5. Either of those is the right answer. Okay, now on the next one, they want 3 answers. Corresponding angles. This one's the one that kind of skips. That's what I think. So 1 goes with 7. 8 and 6. 2 and 4. 3 and 5. See how they're kind of skipping a space? So I'll just write angle 1 goes with 7. Angle 8 goes with, and angle 6. Angle 2 and angle 4. Okay, or you also could have put 3 and 5. All right. Line R is parallel to line T. Find the measure of angle 6. Well, I will tell you that this one's 138, this one's 138, this one's 138. They do that little zigzag. Is angle 6 138? No. So it must add to 180, right? What is 180 minus 138? 42. So angle 6 is 42. D. How are we doing on all this?
Good.
Okay.
Missing 0.
So our midterm's not so bad, right? That's horrible. Number 9. Now this is where we get into chapter 5. Okay, so all that so far was just our cumulative geometry review without proofs. Points B, D, and F are midpoints. That means they are in the middle. We know that EC is 30, so I would write that down. This whole thing is 30. I know that DF is 17. I'm going to put 17. They want us to find AC. Okay? I don't need to know EC. That is actually extra information. If this is 17, what's this whole thing? 34. You just double it. You just think that's 17 and that piece is 17. It adds up to 34. Okay? So it's C. We're good with that? All right. Find the value of x. Some of you got confused on this. This, again, is the midpoint. I know it's in the middle because, look, right here it's in the middle, and right here it's in the middle. That means this is half of that. Well, what is half of 14? 7. See, just like DF is half of 34, right? It was 17. This is actually half of that big number. So it's 7. So I would write 2x minus 9 equals 7. Then what would I do? I would add 9. And I get 16. And then what? Divide by 2. So x is 8. And that's my answer on that one. All right. Number 11 says B is the midpoint of AC. Okay. Again, we're saying it's the midpoint. D is the midpoint of CE, and we know this long side right here is 21. If these are the midpoints, this is 21, what's BD? 10.5. It's half of it, 10.5. Same thing over and over again. It's 10.5. That answer was D. Number 12. This one's kind of tricky, all right? It says that the length of DE is shown. This is 6. There's another length that you can determine. Y'all, since you know this side is equal to this side, we're going to have to use these two things. I would automatically think, let me just take this side and fold it over the other one. What do I know about this side? It's equal to itself, right? Now, then basically what I'm going to say is I'm going to take this. These are all 90-degree angles. So I know these two triangles next to each other are exactly the same. If this is 6, what is this one going to be? 6. That's what it is, okay? That one you just had to think about. But since you knew these two things, you should have just thought, let me just fold that over. So I would know if this is 6, that is 6. Does that help some of y'all on that one? It should be the same problem. They'll probably just change the number on the program. Okay. DF bisects EDG. If it bisects it, that means this is 32 and this is 32. Cuts it into 2 equal parts. So what do we know about these two things? You're going to set them equal. Most of the time, that's what happens. So we have 9x plus 114 equals 15x. How would I solve that? Move your 9x. So I'm going to subtract it. So I get 114 equals, what's 15x minus 9x? What do we get? 6x? Yes. Okay, then what do I do? Divide both sides by 6. And what do we get for x? 19? All right, there we go. And that's what it was asking for. You know, sometimes you need to go back and see, did they want the length of that or did they want x? Well, they just wanted x. Okay, Q is equidistant. That means it's an equal distance from this, from here, T and R, okay? Or equal distance from here and here. Find the value of x. This is just backwards from this one, okay? If I knew these two angles were equal, then these two things were equal. Now we're going backwards. If these two sides or lengths are equal, then what do I know about these two angles?
They're equal.
They're equal. Very good, Jackson. So 3x plus 18 equals 24. How am I going to solve for x? We did set them equal, so we're going to subtract 18. What's 24 minus 18? Then what am I going to do? Divide by 3. And x is 2. And again, go back and make sure, but that is what they were asking for. X is 2. Okay? All right. Number 15. Which diagram shows a point P that is an equal distance from A, B, and C. D? I thought somebody said B. I was like, you got what?
D.
D. Yes, D. P is an equal distance from A, B, and C. You can kind of just look at it and tell though, right? Yeah, but it is D. Okay. No, 16 is not bad. Find the circumcenter of the triangle. Y'all, it's the exact same type of problem. When they're going to give you the triangle, at least you don't have to draw it and all that. Now, you just find the middle, and it's a right triangle, so they're easy to find. The middle of this side, and we're going to draw lines through it. Where my lines meet, that's the circumcenter. Again, y'all can start on your note card as well. Or do y'all want to do that in the next class? We'll finish this in the next class, and y'all can do a note card. You can have a note card on the test. Okay? So, anyway, this one has 1, 2, 3 squares. So, what's half of 3? 1.5. So 1.5. So I'm going to go over 1.5 and I'm going to draw a line through it. Okay? Now let me find half of this other side, the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 squares. So what's half of that? 2.5. 1, 2.5. And I'm going to draw a line through it. This is where they meet. That right there is the circumcenter. But I want you to write that point down. This I'd give you a few points for, but not full credit. Where is that point from the origin? Well, I would go to the left 0.5, and then I'm going to go up 1.5. And there we go. Okay? Any questions? Are we good on that one? Let me check 2 things. 15. All right. 17. Where is the... let me make sure that's the right thing. Yeah. Where is the circumcenter of any given triangle?
B.
The perpendicular bisectors. That's what we just did, right? That's what we just did. We found the middle. That means like the bisectors, and we drew them where they were straight. They made like a 90-degree angle. That's perpendicular bisectors of the sides of the triangle. It's what we did on number 16. Your answer is B. Okay. Number 18. Where can the perpendicular bisectors of the sides of a right triangle intersect? We just did that. On the triangle. It's 2, which is B. Yeah. It's the exact same thing we just did. And y'all, there was that picture in the book that if you want to draw that on your note card, you can. So you'll have all those pictures. That's what I would recommend.
What day is our midterm? Do you know?
Yes. Your midterm is on a week from today, Wednesday. First block. All right. What is the point of concurrency of the angle bisectors? Y'all, I only see 2 lines that are angle bisectors. See where this was cut in half? That's this line. And you see where this one's cut into 2 equal parts? That's this line. This one, was it cut into 2 equal parts? No. Where do these 2 lines meet? At point what? C. So 19 is C. Did y'all get that?
Yes. No, the other day's might only be sorry.
Okay. And then number 20, this is our last one for the day. It said, find the length of AB given that DB is a median. That means it's kind of like in the middle, right? It's a median of the road. It's in the middle. So if the whole thing is 26, yeah, take half of it. And what do you get? 13. This is 13 and this is 13 because that whole thing was 26.